Hi everyone, today we're gonna have a talk about my fourth past life. And this life was not revealed to me until I left my last job. And it was so hard for me to let that job go. With all the jobs that I have, like companies that I worked for, organizations, it was just not a good fit for me, and I knew it, but I wanted to make it work. And so I was making the adjustments, being flexible, while the departments that I was working at, they didn't bother to create that beautiful space for me to be able to thrive in. And all those spaces, I created them. And when I say I meant me and my spirit team. Because in all of those spaces, there was something I needed to learn. And I went through many lessons to get to this understanding, and it required me to let go, stop controlling, stop fighting, stop being so flexible, stop shrinking myself, all because my environment, the environment that I was in, wanted to keep me small. Though they loved that they were benefiting from the skills that I was providing these organizations. And it cost me my health for me to really say that I have to stop. The reason why I chose to walk on the journey of becoming a doctor and a great researcher was to help people so they can live the best life. And it was this moment that made me really see that yes, I want that for others, but it is costing me my well-being. And that was not the way to do it. And so I let go. I healed myself, sat with myself, months, years, to heal and understand, what have I been missing? Why is this pattern continuing to repeat itself? What am I not seeing? And when I looked within, there was just so much anger and pain. Because I thought that by me sacrificing myself people would see my value, my worth. But that was far from the truth. People who can't see their own value, their own worth, they will never see yours. And from healing, I realized that there was so much pain that I held from believing that what's so hard is that once upon a time, when I was a little girl, I saw my mom as my protector. But that changed. It slowly changed when her action was unstable. Not only was she attacking my... When I say attacking, I just mean like verbally. Yes, there's moments that she did discipline us physically, but that was rare. But even those moments I did not like. And I felt that it was not necessary. And I didn't like the way that I was being groomed. But the thing is that as I got older, I realized that that was a part of the culture. She was groomed the same way, so I cannot expect anything different. And so there was a lot of anger built there because I was looking to help others, but then I also needed a protector. And I looked to my mom as my protector, and during that moment of my life when I left my last job and was sitting with myself because in a lot of pain, and nobody was able to help me because they couldn't. It was my responsibility to heal myself, and I didn't realize that then, but I see it now looking back. And it is to help me see that I actually created all of those pain because I was trying to hold on to something that was not for me. I was depending on others to see my worth, my light, when it didn't matter if they saw it or not. What truly mattered was that, did I see my own light? Did I value my light? Did I value myself? And when I forgave my mom for not being able to protect me in all the moments that I needed her. And yes, there were moments when she was the attacker herself. And when I forgave her, this is when the past life was revealed, when I forgave my mom. It took place in a different country. I'm not sure where. It felt like maybe I don't know if the country is called Arabia, but it took place there. I was a mother and I had my daughter with me. We were going somewhere and we were passing by this big opening area, but there was surrounding us was a ton of really tall, a good height brick, like rock buildings, and there was just a bunch of men, and my daughter and I were passing through to get to our destination, and I was leading the way while my daughter was following me behind, and I would look back and forth to make sure that she was near me. But the last time that I looked back, I realized that she wasn't there anymore. I stopped, I screamed, I was crying for help, but nobody cared, nobody stopped. And in that moment, a woman heard my cry and walked toward me and asked what was wrong, and I said that my daughter is missing. And she helped me find my daughter. And that is where the story ends. That woman was my mom. And what's crazy is that I told her about this story. I don't know if she absolutely believes it, but I did. I mentioned it to her. I said, your soul is so beautiful, and I hope that you know that. And the meaning, what I got from it, reflecting now, was that it isn't easy to be a mother. It isn't easy to be a parent. And it especially isn't easy when you're a single parent. Because I knew in that dream I was a single parent. I was a single mother caring for my daughter. And I was so busy trying to get to my destination that it cost I don't even know how to put it into words, that it impacted my daughter's life. She was taken. From this experience, it just makes me feel like, slow down. Don't rush. It isn't necessary. You will get there when you get there. Because when you rush, not only can anything happen in that process that could injure you, but it could impact others as well. Life on earth is about experiencing and slowing down. I know that that's not how the system has it set up. They have it set up that it's always a go, 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 and if you're not moving, then you are somebody who is lazy. And that is just not true. we are our best self when we slow down before we continue on forward. When we slow down, we are balanced and we're able to think with clarity before executing something. And this was revealed after I forgave my mom, because the thing is that she did her job. She raised me until I was an adult. Was she perfect? Far from not. But did she do her best? Absolutely. Knowing what I know now was okay. Knowing what I know now, I understand that everybody gets influenced by dark energies and earthbound energies. And it requires us to remember who we are, what we stand for, and live by it, to not get influenced by the energies around us. And that happens when we are not balanced and we're not taking care of ourselves. And that's the reason why this experience was so needed, because I was far from balance. I was giving, and not giving to myself at all. That I completely depleted myself, made myself sick, and I grew up with myself. It is so hard, because this is still something that I feel like there's still more to pick out from this experience. And maybe in the future I will talk more about this experience. But as of right now, what I get from this experience and why I am meant to share this past life with you is that what I learned from this past life is that the choices that we make, especially if we're a mother and it involves a small one, it impacts them too. Stop thinking that it doesn't impact them. They feel everything. They are so sensitive to energy. And that stands true, because I felt everything that my mom was going through as a little girl. And I was a little girl that absolutely wanted to help my mom in every way possible, but that actually annoyed her, and she pushed me away, because who am I to help her when I am just a little girl? She's a mother, she should know it better, right? And that's absolutely not true. There is so much we can learn from kids. They are, oh my gosh, truly a gift to us all, even if you're not a mother. I am not a mother, but when I am around kids and around my nieces and nephews, I feel so blessed to be around their energy. And they, like, just watching them and just interacting with them and then reflecting afterwards, I'm like, oh my gosh. It's either I too went through this, or wow, thank you for helping me see this in a different perspective, because that's something that can happen as an adult, that our way of thinking is impacted according to how our environment is like. If it's very dominating, then you're not going to really hear the other people. But if your environment is a very nourishing and it allows everybody to have a voice and a say, then you hear everybody's voice, everyone's energy. But it is still very important to not absorb the energies around you, because they're not your energy. And that's something that I had to learn myself. But yeah, my gosh, it's just incredible what came out from me healing my mother's, like my mom, like I don't even know how to put it in words, healed my mom wounds, if that makes any sense. Because not only did I heal my relationship with my mom, but I healed my relationship with my past life, meaning that me as a mother, forgiving me that I wasn't present and I wasn't thinking straight. Because why would I have my child behind me? My child needs to be in front of me, and I need to be holding her hands or something. But I was so busy concentrating on my destination that I wasn't thinking about that. And that was something that I needed to forgive myself, my past self. That I, in that moment, did not realize that my action would cost me my daughter's life. And that was something that I had to forgive myself. And by me being able to forgive my mom, I was able to forgive myself as a mom. In that time period, truly, all of these experiences, it's just to say that everything happens for a reason. There is no accidents. Every single detail, it is designed to help all of us remember who we are, and who we are all of our lives that we have lived until now. And it has been such a beautiful gift to be able to share my past lives with you all. I would have never thought that I would be doing something like this. And this opportunity came up because I allowed my higher self and my spirit team to be a part of my life. For us to be a team, because truly they have always been that beautiful energy within me. I just didn't know it yet. And I went through many, many painful experiences to finally understand and trust my spirit team and my intuition. And that is trusting myself, what I'm feeling. I love you all so much. Continue to keep taking care of yourself. Keep putting yourself first. That is exactly what I did. I stopped caring what other people thought about me taking care of myself, because I wasn't harming anyone. I wasn't harming myself. I wasn't harming anyone around me. I was just making decisions that aligns with me, though it may mean that I have stopped giving to others, but I'm not harming anybody in the process. If anything, I'm giving people's power back to them, for them to take control of their life. And that is something beautiful, and that's something powerful. And I learned to really embrace that decision. It was hard at first, trust me, it was. And now it has become easier and easier, because I understand. Understanding is key, because when you understand, you have that to remind you and ground you whenever those thoughts come up of like guilt and regrets. You have those thoughts that come in, the understanding, to help you ground yourself again and help you understand why you made the decision that you did and how it actually benefits you and everyone involved. Thank you for this opportunity for me to share my story with you. I hope that it helps you on your journey. I love you all so much. Take beautiful, beautiful care of yourself. Continue to keep putting yourself first. Continue to take special moments for yourself and slow down and love yourself, and really just take in everything that's happening around you, even if it's just breathing in the fresh air, feeling the raindrops on your cheek, feeling the sun beaming on your skin, hearing the birds chirp, the leaves moving, whatever it is. Just take a moment and feel it all. And listen to what it's saying to you, because everything around you is speaking to you, but you get to decide who you listen to. And I hope that you will always choose what serves your highest and greatest good and well-being, and that is what you listen to, and that is what you flow. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.